Please, you may have your seats. Mass prayer together. Almighty and most merciful Father, we thank you for the gifts of our lives, families, farms, and agribusinesses. We thank you to draw us out of poverty into sustainable agriculture and closer to you. Please touch the hearts of our leaders and key stakeholders in agriculture to not only support us, but help us to uplift our farms and agribusinesses so that we can contribute immensely to food security, nutrition, and sustainable livelihoods. Father, please ensure our lives, farms, agribusinesses, families, and communities against theft, violence, and natural disasters. May farmers everywhere enjoy your abundant blessings, so that we may also be a source of blessing to our society. Finally, we ask for your ultimate will in our lives. Thank you for answering our prayers. Amen. Please may we sit. I want to this morning for us to start this event. Dr. Mrs. Oduze Ngozi from Ministry of Agriculture to please God for her opening remarks.
Good morning, everyone. I am Mrs. Oduze Ngozi, PhD. I'm here to represent our able director, Agric Show, the Director of Federal Department of Agricultural Extension, who is unavoidably absent due to some cause. Please accept her apologies. Opening remarks presented by the Director, Federal Department of Agricultural Extension, Mrs. Karima Babangida, at the 12th edition of National Agric Show seminar on enhancing youth participation in agricultural value chains, held at the National Agric Show ground, Kefi, Nasarawa State, on Thursday today. The Honorable Senator, the coordinator of this program, representative of Youth, Women Affairs, NIMET, FAO, cocoa farmers, NAFN, CMC, Asaki from Kano and from Yobe States, Niger State Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development, ARCN, Young Graduate Initiatives. Please permit me to observe every other protocol. Great farmers, great farmers, no farmer, I welcome all the farmers and the youths who are here. You are highly welcome. Gentlemen of the press, you are also highly welcome. I am delighted to welcome you all to this 12th edition of the National Agric Show seminar, hinged on the World Food Day celebration theme, Greening the Blues, to promote worldwide awareness and action for those who suffer from hunger and for the need of ensuring food security and nutritious diet for all. Ladies and gentlemen, it may interest you to know that since 1981, World Food Day has adopted different celebration themes. each year for highlighting common areas of concern that need attention and action. Majority of these are related to farming and agriculture because it has been considered that only adequate investment in agriculture will be able to provide the food and nutrition security of any nation. It is the observance of the World Food Day that brought to the fore the Agric Show with the aim of providing farmers with opportunities to be acknowledged and recognized for their hard work and skills. It also provides an avenue for farmers to socialize and network through direct engagement with each other as primary producers of foods. You can agree with me that since the beginning of this show, from the day before yesterday, so many farmers from different zones have been communicating with each other. The interaction is very, very important. It is also no longer news that youth unemployment trend has been on a steady rise, and it remains a critical problem as a significant percentage of the country's population is under the age of 40, and this constitutes 60% of the Nigerian population. That is a very serious issue. Hence, the role of agriculture in providing employment opportunities for the teeming youth to generate income for improved livelihood and contribute actively to the national economy cannot be overemphasized. However, there are many factors that make agriculture less attractive to the young and the educated workforce that include access to productive inputs and the attraction of quicker returns from some non-agricultural sector jobs. The declining interest of young workforce to engage in the agricultural sector has a serious implication for Nigeria's food security, especially with a growing population that is projected to hit over 400 million by the year 2050. Therefore, the role of government and other stakeholders in changing the labor composition of the sector by enhancing the participation of youth must be increased using the following: greater public investment in agriculture, improving productivity and making it more profitable, facilitating access to land and credit, making agricultural curricula demand-driven and experiential, empowering young people to share their success stories, and strengthening agricultural and research institutes or institutions to be responsive to the markets. Greater use of information and communication technology, mechanization, and the linkage of social media to agriculture, among all. To achieve some of these, the ministry, through its policies, has created programs and activities for various departments and agencies to enhance youth participation in prioritized agricultural value chains. In the Department of Agricultural Extension, which is under my supervision, that is my director, youth have been trained on technical skills and empowered with in-kind grants in the form of starter packs for over 17 enterprises under the Youth and Women in Agribusiness Investment Programs. In 2015, the ministry launched the Youth Employment in Agriculture Program, YIP, with the mission to build the capacity of youth through specific training in various value chain enterprises, and also linkage to credit windows, as well as other value chain actors. This was conceived to support about 758,000 graduate youth, the agripreneurs, and the non-graduate youth, that is the market-oriented producers, based on their needs. As a component of YIP, the department is collaborating with Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, of the United Nations to target secondary schools using farmer field and life schools, FFLS, a methodology that uses experiential learning in agriculture to teach and also impart youth with life skills. The department also works with the Office of the Vice President to train and mentor 130 agro programs beneficiaries to serve as agricultural extension agents in all the 774 local government areas in the nation. For this engagement, the ministry produced a manual that acts as reference material for the beneficiaries, which has been uploaded to their tablets. They were all given tablets in the field, and they are using it. In collaboration with other organizations, the Empower beneficiaries have been receiving periodic trainings in specific areas such as ICT, Farmer Business School, and so many others to enable them set up their own enterprises. In collaboration with the Economic Community of West Africa States, ECOWAS, the department has also worked on regional strategies for youth unemployment in agriculture. These efforts were not without the contributions of other government, non-governmental, and private organizations, both nationally and internationally. World Bank, Synagogues, Food and Agriculture Organization, GIZ, which is a German government collaboration with the Federal Ministry of Agric, JICA, which is Japan International Organization that is collaborating with us also, on training, empowerment, and organizing programs and activities to encourage youth participation and development of various agricultural enterprises. To achieve the desired impact, however, these efforts need to be scaled up as annually more young people enter the labor market. Food and raw materials needs of the nation also increase, and security challenges also increase. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my hope that the outcome of this seminar and Agric Show will draw the attention of the 3 tiers of government, private sector organizations, development partners, civil society organizations, and youth present here today to invest more in the sector with a God bless you, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Should I say overall stakeholder themselves? They are the overall. You heard what she read out. We are going to engage them. Please a round of applause for her. I want to also request that please join us at the Agric. Give the entrepreneur. Please a round of applause for them. Representative of NAFN from Imo State, Ambassador Mrs. Ijeoma to Samuel. Sir, please, I invite you to welcome your guest.
You've done us such a favor today. And shamefully for us, you were here before us. We apologize for our lateness. Distinguished Senator Enagi, the chairperson who is ably already representing Mrs. Babangida, one of our own, members of the High Table, youth and NAFN members from various parts of Nigeria, our dear students, entrepreneurs that have come to showcase various things at this unique occasion, the press, ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy that so many, to my delight, are here for this particular seminar. And I'm not surprised because despite all the challenges of the rain yesterday, the whole place was packed full. We appreciate you for coming, even with the difficulties associated with our location. We started this particular show since the year 2007, and I'm happy to inform you that we've had seminars year in, year out. And the one this year show clearly that there is an improvement, and we appreciate you all for coming. Now, why do we do seminars? Anytime we have shows, as you will see from the program there, we have a theme. And the theme for this year is enhancing youth participation in agricultural value chains. This is one of the very important area of concern in agricultural development in Nigeria. And our target is the youth. I will believe that such an important area of intervention of government at all levels, and even the concern of our development partners, should be what we should discuss. And that is why we have a seminar. And all the other seminars have been also on areas of advocacy, either on policy issues or ongoing concerns about agricultural development. So this year we believe that having chosen this particular theme of how to enhance the participation of youth especially, and we've brought in students who are aspiring to join very soon, to know that there are opportunities in front for them to leverage on. That is why we are having this seminar. And I am sure that in the process of this seminar, you are going to find out that there are three major areas we are going to be concerned about the value chain. The production part, the processing part, and the marketing. And from the faces here, the few that I know, some of you are on the policy side, some of you are the implementation side of government activities. Some of you are producers of agricultural products, some of you are processors, and some of you are marketers. And I think that in the course of these activities, you will touch them all. I therefore believe that when we rise from this particular seminar, you will be our ambassadors. Already we've been told we have an ambassador from Imo, and I'm sure that there are other ambassadors in their own right who have not been so introduced. There will be our ambassadors to say it very loud and clear that there are opportunities and the government of the day at all levels are interested in enhancing the participation of youth. And before I take my seat, I want to appreciate the Fresh and Young Brains Development Initiative that have been our partner in this noble cause. Thank you for being there for us. We are now seeing the ministries of youth, and we pray. Who are you developing as youth? And I believe that you are going to take our messages that next year when we to tell us what you do and where we can benefit. Distinguished Senator, I don't want to call him our father of the day, but his productivity, and he is very active. I know them from the rice production map of this country, you'll be in trouble. Your activities. I welcome all of you and wish you the best. Thank you all. God bless you.
Thank you, sir. I just realized something this morning while Doctor was speaking. I don't know if you belong to that category of eaters, but I think everybody eats. I do say that if you eat and you're telling agriculture, and that is why this morning we must be. By the time we leave here today, we must talk agricultural activities. Then we'll now see a way forward that young people will now engage in agriculture, especially the business side of it. And that is to a few stakeholders in our business to tell us what they do. And while you're listening, you begin to think out a way you can engage them, either from a professional level or as an individual. So I will just follow a few organizations here, and then in just 2 minutes, tell us what we do in the form of what we call goodwill message. So first of all, I would like to invite the Ministry of Youth and Sports Development to please come for their goodwill message if they are here. You're welcome, sir.
Stand on existing protocols. I am Hamid Nagogo from the Youth in Agric Division of the Federal Ministry of Youth and Sports Development, here representing the Honorable Minister of Youth, Mr. Akin Sunday Dari. As a loyal messenger, I'm here to deliver his goodwill message to this program. But before I do that, permit me to recognize also our critical stakeholders here who are the youth and who happen to be the mandate of our ministry. And let's do it the youth way. Great Nigerian youth. Great Nigerian youth. Are we happy? Yes. Okay. Now onto my assignment. I'm very delighted and honored to be at this wonderful occasion and to deliver a goodwill message. Let me start by thanking the organizers of this seminar with the theme, Enhancing Youth Participation in Agric Value Chain. This organization that has organized this program have kept the flag for the youth involvement in and participation in agriculture flying. Ms. Nkiru has been up and doing, and we are commending your efforts with other colleagues of yours. Before the advent of oil in our economy, agriculture, just like the Nigerian youth, played a very significant part in our economy, as it served as a means of earning our foreign exchange and also means of livelihood for many. But ever since the discovery of oil, if you would recall, which is in large and exportable quantities in Nigeria, subsequent administrations have focused all their attention on the oil sector, thereby relegating the promising fate that the agricultural sector had. This attitude has in turn affected the thinking faculty of our teeming youth, who made more than half of the Nigerian population, as almost all of them are eager to have a white-collar job, especially with the oil farms, instead of being entrepreneurs on their own. God has blessed our dear country with the abundance of varieties of agricultural produce, a soil that could bring good yield to crop produce. Agriculture is a sector that can cater for our economy and the growing population, with all hands being on deck. The administration of President Muhammadu Buhari has taken giant strides in reviving the agricultural spirit in the life of our youth. This he has done by creating some agricultural programs such as the Anchor Boros program, the agricultural roadmap, the green alternative and dry season rice farming, and a host of others. In particular, the Ministry of Youth Development has, through the Enterprise Development and Promotion Department and the Youth in Agric Division, carried out programs of vocational skills and agricultural value chain in the 6 geopolitical parts of this country at various times over the period of about 5 years. Agriculture is a veritable tool for mass employment if the youth can take advantage of the new technology available and the various levels of processes involved in the agricultural sector. The agricultural value chain is one area that has not been tapped adequately by our youth. With the growing population that needs to be fed, suppliers of food items are strategically potentials for growth. Going forward, agriculture would require a relatively small group of farmers applying advanced farming techniques and technology to improve yield per hectare of arable land. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is with joy that I can make mention that it is through seminars like this that the Nigerian youth is exposed to the multifunctional levels that agriculture has in itself. Every agricultural product goes through a process from the farmers to the consumers. As produce leaves the farm, value is added onto the produce until it ends up with the consumer. Hence the concept of value chain. Value chain simply refers to the flow of the path or the path through which value has been added on a produce or product by a number of actors along the chain as it moves from the farm to the consumer. It involves processing, packaging, storage, transport, marketing, etc. The longer the distance, the greater the margin of sale price between the farm gate and the retail. The value chain produces different levels that allows for different actors to participate in. Each level produces employment sustenance for persons in that level. Understanding the value chain, its sectors and implications are critical to agricultural production in the country. Each actor in the value chain is an important player, and each one needs to understand each other's needs for better understanding of the product's performance and coordination of the chain for improved efficiency, customer satisfaction, and profitability. I wish to encourage the Nigerian youth to have an open mind in venturing into agriculture and grasping all the goodness it has to offer. If you don't want to farm, you could be involved in the various aspects of processing, packaging, or marketing of the produce. There are so many openings the value chain provides.
That is sellable are done in an average of 10 years. So if you don't start researching before you are 20 or 30, you might not get that. And that is why when you have sponsored research or grants, they will say, if you are over 40, you are disqualified. To show that research is for youth. But I know they also do -2 years without making noise about it for women. So, to make a healthy living sustainable, affordable, accessible is a call to think about what we eat. Agriculture says you are what you eat. But I say to you, you should eat what you research. The theme for this seminar is enhancing youth participation in agricultural value chains. How do you get value chain? Value chain is a result of research. So, Agric Research Council of Nigeria, controlling, coordinating 26 institutions, 15 research institutes and 11 colleges of agriculture, federal. The value chain is articulated and made possible by research, extension, and training, which is in our mandate. The Council is well positioned to carry out research that lead to value addition, increase productivity, and indeed increase profit. With the 15 research institutes across the country and 11 federal colleges of agriculture across the country, the Council is positioned to add value to the life of youth and women. Because, like I said, who does research? Youth. Who does research? Women. Who add value? Youth. Who add value? Women. Nobody had eaten the yam raw until somebody had value. Who will not be able to operate the agricultural value chain? It is the person that starts rather late to operationalize and make functional the research in agricultural value chain. You have to start early because it does not happen in a dash. It's actually a marathon race. Usually in research, you do and hand over to somebody to continue.
Members of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and the youth, the future of this country, good morning all. Before I start my presentation, I'm representing my Director General, Nigerian Meteorological Agency, Professor Sani Abubakar Mashi, who is unavailably absent, so he delegated me to represent him and deliver his goodwill message. On a lighter note, before I proceed, comment by Dr. Negeju about yesterday's event, the rains that fell. He was saying that if NAFN should tell us, or we should tell the public why the rains fell yesterday. So that's why I said on the lighter note. I believe we have circulated a document here captioned Seasonal Rainfall Prediction 2019 SRP. Definitely, if you go to this document on page 50, we have what we call the prediction of the onset of the rainy season, the duration of the rainy season, and the cessation. In fact, the amount or volume of rain expected to fall within the season has been stated here. In fact, you will see that for Nasarawa State on page 50, no location in Nasarawa State that has a cessation period beyond the 9th of November 2019. So I think this speaks volume. This is a very important document for 2019 as far as farmers are concerned. This is one. And two, every blessed day, NAFN usually issues out the nowcasting. This is like yesterday we have issued the weather outlook for today. So you can follow us on Twitter, you can follow us on Facebook, you can follow us on Instagram, as well as YouTube. Every blessed day will have a weather outlook for the following day. Thank you for that.
His Royal Highness was rather the former Deputy Governor of the day from Youth Army Federal Ministry of Women Affairs in their agenda for their goodwill message.
Farmers here, great farmers, great nation. Do we have young people in the hall? If you are sure you're a young person and you are proud to be involved in the agri sector, can you make some noise? Do we have our mothers, the women here? Yes. Are you sure you are here? Yes. No woman, no food. No woman, no food, no nation. Can our mothers make some noise? You can see I have smiles on my face for a reason. This journey for us started with the National Agric Foundation of Nigeria deciding during the 1 week long Agric Show. We did the first one as a side event. It was successful. They decided to give us a day. And for being a day, it expanded to accommodate women. So it now became youth and women. And this year, they graciously decided that the main seminar for the Agric Show will be dedicated. It will no longer be a side event, it will be dedicated to the youth and women here. Have you seen why I'm excited? Are you excited, you may? So this year, the theme of the Agric Show is enhancing youth participation in agricultural value chains. And that is why you are seeing different clusters of people from our policy makers. His Royal Highness will welcome you. We welcome the Vice Chairman of the Senate Committee on Agriculture, who was here before we started. It is something we really need to applaud. And of course, all the partners. And just to be sure of the people that are here, do I have Niger State in the hall? Niger. Yes, please make some noise. We also have VCDP from Niger. Ebonyi State, are you here? VCDP? Okay. Do we have Anambra State? Where are you? Make some noise now. Taraba? Make some noise. FCT? And the host, Nasarawa State. Okay, have I forgotten any states? I know we have someone from Lagos. Okay, these people actually funded themselves to be here, so it's something we need to encourage them. Can we show some love? And of course, we have YISA. Okay, just to recognize and of course welcome all of you. As a way of background, with a fast-growing world population and decreasing agricultural production, coupled with massive and uncontrolled rural exodus, sustainable food production, supply and nutrition are threatened. Young farmers, women and other small-scale farmers play an important role in ensuring food security for the present and future generations. So for us, we believe that young people are not merely the leaders of tomorrow, but are the young leaders of today that are being called to be the trustees of the future. So that is why today is important for the young people here to come and learn from the stakeholders and also share their experiences. Interestingly, at the 23rd Ordinary Session of the African Union Assembly held in Malabo, Equatorial Guinea, from 26 to 27 June 2014, the heads of state and government of the African Union made some commitments But very importantly, they recommitted to the key principles and values that define the Comprehensive African Agricultural Development Program, popularly known as the CADEP, and upheld the earlier commitment made to allocate at least 10% of public expenditure to agriculture, ensure its efficiency and effectiveness, and create job opportunities for at least 30% of young people in agricultural value chains. So
أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. The chairperson for this occasion, ably represented by Dr. Nduzi, Deputy Director, Extension Services, Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development. The national coordinator of this program, our royal fathers here present, other members of the country, our great farmers, both youth and women, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon all. I welcome you all to this very important 2019 National Agricultural Show Seminar on enhancing youth participation in agricultural value chain in order to mainstream youth and women in agricultural policy and development processes. The 2019 Agricultural Show, organized by the National Agricultural Foundation of Nigeria, is meant to explore the full potentials of youth in agricultural production and the entire value chain. The world is presently facing multiple problems of food scarcity as a result of global warming, insurgency, and other security challenges. Nigeria is not left out of these challenges. The youth in Nigeria at present constitute about 60% of our population, and less than 10% of youth are actually involved in farming. The hope for food security and sustenance becomes even dimmer as about 78% of our farming population are above the age of 50. In order to promote youth participation in enhancing agricultural value chain in production and processing in Nigeria, attention should be given to the factors that encourage the youth to migrate from rural to urban areas. In addition, the economic constraints facing youth in agriculture, like lack of credit facilities, low profitability, should be examined and tackled. Initiatives such as National Agric Show and exhibition should be used to encourage youth to develop their capacity in the agricultural sector and group them as solution providers for identified challenges within the sector. The need for advocacy through the social media really also comes into mind. With the rise of social media and the attraction to young people, if properly used, it could serve as an avenue to engage youth and new groups of people into the sector and promote business in agricultural activities. Youth should be trained on modern ways of agriculture and agribusiness as a whole. Those who choose to start an enterprise should be encouraged. In addition, youth who are currently into agriculture should be encouraged and honored so that others will take interest in agriculture. We can only reduce youth employment in Nigeria if we engage them seriously in agriculture. Agro-entrepreneurs and stakeholders in the agricultural sector need to be celebrated on prominent platforms with their stories widely told to encourage more youth to see agriculture not just as food source, but as a business. We must selflessly ensure that we work in line with this present administration policy on enhancing youth participation in agricultural value chain so as to boost agricultural production, not just for our consumption, but also for exports. A yearly event such as this will provide necessary awareness to youth and women as agri-products are showcased. As a legislator, we play our part through vibrant and robust legislation, realistic appropriation, and effective oversight. You will all agree with me that there has been remarkable progress in agriculture in the recent time. This has been due to some of the bills and initiatives by the National Assembly. I cannot end this my short speech without thanking the organizers and individuals that have made it possible to ensure that this Agric Show is celebrated every year. These organizations include the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development, departments and agencies under the ministry, the National Assembly committees, the National Agricultural Foundation, our grain farmers, and especially I would like to express to congratulate our chairman, Senate Committee on Agriculture and Rural Development, Senator Dr. Abdullahi Adamu, that I understand is the board of trustees for this occasion. Once again, I want to urge you all to show commitment to agriculture and assure you that the National Assembly will do its best through its committees and collaborate with all relevant stakeholders to ensure that agriculture becomes attractive to our teeming youth, both youth and women, and enhance national economy. I thank you all for coming, and God bless you.
And we also have the chairman, Karigopu Government Area. Welcome. We are daughters of the Canadians. It is a promise we will still live here as scheduled. But Mrs. Sadia Haliru, FAO, the United Nations Food and Panel Sessions. Please, warm welcome.
I'm pleased to give a goodwill message to the 2019 National Agric Show Seminar on enhancing youth participation in agricultural value chains. And I would like to start by congratulating the organizers of this seminar for making it part of the event marking this year's World Food Day, as it aligns the importance of mainstreaming youth into agriculture. Involvement of younger and more entrepreneurial farmers in Nigerian agriculture has become necessary in order to change new skills required for the agricultural sector to compete at the global scale.
So if I miss the protocol this morning, this afternoon, please pardon me. To save myself any queries, I'd like to say I want to stand on already established protocol. I come here representing His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Nasarawa State, Engineer Abdullahi Esule, who was to be here himself today, but for competing demand for his presence. As I'm talking to you now, he's hosting the Vice President in Nasarawa State, directed that I should come here and be part of what is happening here today. He was here yesterday at the opening ceremony, and he sent his goodwill. You're all welcome to Nasarawa State, the state that is Christian, the state of solid minerals, this government of Engineer Abdullahi believes and very strongly too that the best and easiest way to get our people out of poverty is to go the way of agriculture. Many countries in the world that have come out of poverty went through agriculture. That is therefore not strange that His Excellency, the President of Nigeria, is emphasizing on diversification. And where else can we go to but agriculture? Because we have all that it takes. We have the human resources, we have the soil. Because if you drive down, I keep telling people, driving down to Latvia with the new road they are constructing, as they clear the ground, come back after a week, the place is green again, which means that the soil in Nassau State is very, very rich. There's no part of Nassau State you go to that you cannot have one crop or the other growing and growing very well. There's no doubt, therefore, that a workshop like this, taking place at this time in Nassau State, to an annual event, is something we should take full advantage of, because there's nowhere else for us to go to but to go the way of agriculture. And we keep crying about unemployment in Nigeria while we have plenty of cultivated land. We must get our youth to be interested in farming. We must make farming, agriculture generally, more enterprising. We have a responsibility as leaders in this country to set the pace and to create the enablement to get our youth and all of us involved in agriculture. Mine is just a good message which I'm delivering. I wish that at the end of the day, and I pray that we come up with communique or resolutions on the best way forward. We are trying, but we can do better. And I'm sure at the end of this show, Nigeria as a whole will be better off for it. It's a big welcome to you, and I wish you all a very, very good celebration. Thank you.
Those products there will find their way in your bag, in your car. So please, DJ, soft music.
Sustainable nutrition farm, integrated and a living farm. There's also a zero waste farm. Actually, we are into both plants and animals. And you can look at the products we have. You can see both mushroom, fish, rabbits. So we have different types of animals and then the plants. So the integration there is that the animal history is used to enhance our plants, and the plants are also used to feed our animals. So actually it's an organic farm. So, and we also championing what we call an edible landscape. We felt like instead of using ornamental trees, why can't we use edible fruits to save.
Society Legislative Advocacy Center, SISLA, that have been working with policymakers.
Legislative advocacy on promoting agriculture in Nigeria. For this program, we are going to give you out some podcasts as part of our contribution to this program. Here we have some of our videos on security, we have some on
We are moving all the way to Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development Extension Department.
This is the Extension Department. And we have 4 divisions. We are roughly training of farmers, youth, and women. As interactive, these are the products of the youth and women that we have trained. And even some of them have export potentials. So recently, what is used for this? This is maize husk. The maize, the husk that we throw around and it consumes. What is used for this? This is maize husk. The maize, the husk that we throw around and it consumes.
Yes, we are to men's farm. Yes. Please talk about your farm.
Has been very encouraging from what I've seen since yesterday and today. I think it's a very good encouragement for our youth and our women to go into the whole agricultural value chain.
Looking at the banding of the politician, how will you have the effect of the Nigerian system in terms of food security?
Yes, I think this is one of the biggest and most effective policy by government. The closure of the borders has been very good for the country for so many reasons. Our farmers, we need to encourage our farmers to produce more because the potentials, is great in Nigeria. Virtually every state you go, we have 1 or 2 crops that they can produce in very large quantities, not just for consumption, but also for export. But because of the
when our capacity was built to know that yes, this is agric is a business, it's a basic business, it's not only a business but a basic business where a youth when you are committed in production, you can make a lot of millions.
Of women here. I know that SOPON has been working with Actually to make sure that we track budgets. Now, where are the gaps that you have seen so far when it comes to youth and women? And moving forward, 2020 budget, what are the key areas when it comes to value chains that you feel focus should be made?
Thank you. Is actually to track the government budget, to see that the budget provided for agriculture, especially women activities, are actually in line with our needs and what we want. So let me go to the opportunities that are available in agriculture apart from primary production. A lot of gaps, like he has actually mentioned, the moderator of this session has said, a lot of challenges are in agriculture. So now we're looking at ways of profiling solutions. And when we profile solutions, we are creating wealth for ourselves.
Yes, we will hear from the chair of the panel, speaking in his capacity as the president of VISA, Mr. Innocent. As a young person involved in farm mechanization, what are the opportunities for other young people?
The amount. In terms of production, we are still spending over 300 and something billion on rice production, over 600 billion on wheat. You come to fish, we are still doing over billions of naira in importation. But away from all of these opportunities, let's talk about the business readiness of young people. The challenge is that most of us do business in our dreams and make millions in our dreams. But how are you really ready to catch into the opportunities that are born in agriculture? Most of you complain about not having access to finance, but how are you even ready as a person to access the finance when we don't even have a registered businesses? And if someone will ask you, you think your business idea is so perfect until you try to put it on black and white. So for most of us who are looking for business opportunities as young people, do you even have a business idea that you have translated into black and white? That if you run
yes, because we believe so much in young people. As a young lady here representing the students who has a special message. Immediately to invite to the microphone, Rukayat from Government Day Secondary School, Karen.
Government Secondary School, Karen. I want to thank the government for emphasizing this program for youth. The problem we are facing as a student is that we want government to make the curriculum compulsory, to make agriculture compulsory subject for everyone, so that everybody can have access to agriculture. Go ahead. So that everybody can have access to agricultural science in school. In our school now, it's not everybody that offer agri.
We train them on how to keep safe of their money. Now, President one of the things is the total expenditure on translation of money is less than 200,000. For our professor, we decided some of the people that have our need to work. From the foreign rights. And our
us close with your resource control.
I use this opportunity. I'm still standing with this protocol.
Praise, just pray.
Okay. Almighty God, we have come here to showcase that agriculture is what you created for us in the universe. Lord, I use this opportunity to thank the people who organized this thing, giving people more longer life. And we use this opportunity to say, God, bless our President, Muhammadu Buhari, and his executives, and the Commissioner for Agriculture and ministers. Lord, all the people who came here, they came from different places. May God lead them to their respective home. In Jesus' name I pray.
Amen. We don't want to learn from your time. In most
the materials that you will take home. But we have decided to hold this, and I have a pack of cards here that between me and my deputy, Hajia Ibrahim, we will announce the respective categories and their winners. We have this year a total of 17 categories that were competed for. Some categories had very few exhibitors, some had many. The categories are the best all-round exhibitors, the local governments, and this year we are happy to let you know that apart from Kano, local governments from the whole state, Nasarawa and Niger were here. We have under livestock, large and small ruminants. The second category under livestock is poultry. We had fisheries, and we had fishery aquaculture and fisheries technologies. A good number of you went around and you saw the various techniques of producing fingerlings and aeration and so on. We had research institutes. We had colleges of agriculture. We had arable crops, that is either cereals or roots and tubers. We had horticultural seedlings, where you have seedlings of coconut and citrus and so on. We had during the World Food Day, the Federal Ministry of Rural Development and Agriculture and Rural Development, and we had their departments and agencies. They came here, they had the display. There was a beautiful seminar yesterday. It was something of delight, and there were exhibitions along the sidelines here. And we were able to evaluate women groups as well as youth groups. We had agro-processors, we had state chapters of all Farmers Association of Nigeria. We had women groups, not the ones who came for the seminar, but there in the main. We had commodity associations. and NGOs, making the 17th category. Over the years, we have given prizes in cash just as token in recognition of the best exhibitors. We intended, although the idea did not flourish to the extent we wanted, to start giving out prizes in kind or cash to other categories. But we are lucky that we are kickstarting the process this year. The President, All Farmers Association of Nigeria, is delighted to give cash prize, and this will come in form of cash supporting livestock, first positions in the 2 categories of livestock. While the chairman of the foundation, Senator Abdullahi Adamu, has decided to give input in form of fertilizer to the 3 positions in arable crops, and this year they are going for roots and tuber. We will have 25,000 for the best position in large and small ruminants, while we have another 25,000 for the best in poultry. The cash, the gift the price rather from the chairman is in terms of NPK fertilizer. The first position in arable crop will have 20 bags of NPK. The second prize will come in 15, and the third will come 5. That you need, not the beautiful things you need as planned, but things that will be. Since I got the results this morning, I have some beautiful cards. 7 categories will be announced and so kindly come here. While our ambassador, the lady
Second
Senator Abdullahi Adamu supported. The second position goes to Salisu Musa from Andaha. The second position.
I was permitted, I was allowed to leave the National Assembly with all other works that we are presently doing concerning the budget to come here day before yesterday and today. It shows the great importance that the National Assembly attaches to the budget. For the past 3 days that I've been coming here, I've met a lot of researchers, students, and I want to believe that a lot of pray as a representative of the assembly and grow the organizers, more wisdom, so that next time we're here to support our nation, to go before everyone else. Right? This is Thanksgiving in Jesus' name.
My name is Bima Muhammad Enagi. I'm the senator representing Niger South from Niger State. And I also happen to be the vice chairman of the Senate Committee on Agriculture and Rural Development.
Sir, can you give an overview of this great event?
Yes, as the name implies, it's National Agricultural Show, where a lot of people, a lot of farmers, a lot of researchers, a lot of marketers, everybody converges here on a yearly basis to showcase their products, their research work, and farm implements. And it has been on for the past 4 days. It has been quite successful. As you are fully aware of, a lot of people came here despite the rains. A lot of people witnessed it. They took part in it. There were a lot of lectures too on how to enhance the involvement of youth and women in agricultural process.
So how do you think this will impact on the
Director of Intake Farms in Nigeria? I came from #1 state, Abia. Alphabetically, Abia is #1. And so God, thank God for coming here. I thank my governor. Okay, so he passed a PhD.
My name is Ambassador Mrs. Ijoma Nwachukwu. I'm from Imo State. I am the MD of Binka Enterprises, the MD of Humility Agro Services, Imo State, and the woman leader of Imo State All Farmers Association of Nigeria, among other things. Thank you very much.